Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, December 15th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Man, only 2 more weeks until 2023. I'll tell you, 2022 has been a bit challenging here and there, so I am looking forward to 23. I'm also looking forward to the final Midnight Madness tonight. Hopefully, I will be able to dodge the raindrops, but I'm going to let George guide me there. All right, we do have a little bit of news, so let's get into it, shall we? Last week, we told you about another round of shots being fired in Eastport. Now, no one was injured and no property damage was noticed or reported by the police. The police did develop a suspect, and yesterday at 5 a.m., the Annapolis Police Department executed a search warrant at a home on Obery Court. The 29-year-old Annapolis man briefly barricaded himself inside, but was eventually arrested without incident. Despite there not being any victims, the suspect was charged with attempted murder and is being held without bond. A former DNR secretary has been tapped to be the county and city's first Resilience Authority executive director. Matt Fleming has more than 25 years of coastal restoration, natural resource management, and program administration experience. He will be responsible for working to stem the tide of climate change in the city and county, and the first challenge will be the successful reconstruction and implementation of the city dock in Annapolis. And this is the best news of the day. Perhaps the week, perhaps the month, and I'll tell you what, maybe even the year. Chris's Charcoal Pit is going to be reopening at 3283 Solomon's Island Road in Edgewater. Now, this is the former location of the Hong Kong Buffet and what I'll call the Kmart Shopping Center, despite Kmart being long gone. I do believe it's now called the South River Colony, but you know where I'm talking about. Chris's was destroyed by the 21 tornado. There has not been an exact opening date yet, but they did post it on their website that they are coming back, and that's where they're going to be. I am so happy, and welcome back, Chris's. And as one business is coming back, another looks like it is leaving. MC3, or the Maryland Cultural Conference Center at Park Place, has pressed a reset button. The concept of a performing arts center there has been in the Annapolis ecosystem for more than a decade, gone through 2 or 3 name changes and several different boards. Now, the current board says that the project, quote, requires much broader community effort than we could provide, unquote. The executive director has been terminated, and they will establish a community arts and business coalition to see what the next steps are and if the project is even viable. As for the exhibitions and performances that took place in the field of the proposed site, they say they will be scaled back, but I do suspect they will be discontinued. Hey, as we mentioned on Monday, Ann Alsina is looking for some folks to give away some personal financial advice. Because a financial plan can help everyone, we're looking for up to 4 people, couples, families, to spotlight over the course of a year. We already have one. If selected, you're going to receive an initial financial planning consult and an actionable plan. Then up to 12 months of coaching at no cost or obligation to you. There is a catch. We're going to spotlight you and your situation anonymously, of course, in a few of those how it started, how it's going kind of articles on eyeonannapolis.net. If you are interested, email me at info@eyeonannapolis.net. Send me a direct message on Twitter at eyeonannapolis, and we can go from there. We are looking for 4 different situations: married, single, young, old, well-off, struggling, kids, no kids, couple, whatever. You get the picture. All right, that is all I have news-wise. Podcast stuff up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight. We're going to hear from Trisha, also known as the Gluten-Free Bakery Girl. And next weekend on Christmas Eve, we're going to hear from Donna Anderson from the Chesapeake Arts Center. And that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, Alpha Engineering, and Scout and Molly's. Now hang tight, because we have George from DCMDVA Weather here with your locally forecast weather, and Trevor is here with your Annapolis Makerspace.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well
All
documented.
that coming up in just a bit.
Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, December 15th. Nasty weather out there today for the Annapolis region and across all of Anne Arundel County, with much colder weather on the horizon arriving just before the Christmas holiday. Look for highs today in the 40s with a small amount of mixed precip falling from the sky this morning, as maybe a few snowflakes, some sleet pellets, and some freezing rain mixes in with plain rain just before changing over to all rain later this morning through the PM hours, with total rainfall ending up in the 1 to 3 inch range as PM winds become fairly breezy with gusts out of the east-northeast at 30 plus miles per hour at times throughout the PM hours. From there, skies will clear tomorrow with PM highs in the mid to upper 40s before cooling down this weekend to the low to mid 40s Saturday and highs near 40 degrees on Sunday despite ample sunshine each day. And while it will stay sunny for at least the first half of next week, with temps in the low to mid 40s each day, which is near or just below average for this time of year, the general expectation is for much colder air to move into the region around maybe the 23rd or 24th. So stay tuned for more on that, and stay tuned for an update on the idea that there might even be a winter storm of some significance around that same time frame, but more to come on that as we get into early next week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today despite the rain. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And of course, be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hi, I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate Scout Molly's, this amazing little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center, and we're here to help. Whether you are shopping for the beautiful ladies on your holiday list or for yourself, we have something stunning for every occasion, from casual to black tie. From the Parade of Lights to New Year's Eve, we have the perfect outfit for every event this year. Scout Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thank you for shopping local.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Tonight is the final Midnight Madness in downtown Annapolis, where shops are expected to be open till 11 instead of midnight. But it's a good chance to stroll around downtown, visit local merchants, and enjoy the festivities. At Wolf and the Wharf in Edgewater, on Saturday, they have a holiday paint your pet night, creating a unique painting of your pet at Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road. Registration is open for classes coming up in January and February, and even some further out. Classes involving socks, sweaters, pillows, as well as techniques classes for different patterns, fixing your mistakes, and more. Class sizes are limited and tend to fill up fairly fast, so register soon. Tomorrow, the Creative and Performing Arts of South County in Edgewater is having an art night for ages 7 through 10, as well as another session for ages 11 and up. This session's topic is collage. On Saturday, at the Wildberry Farm and Market out near Gambrels, check out their vintage Christmas market. Shop small on the farm for the holidays, with over 20 vendors as well as food trucks. At the Willow Oak Flower and Herb Farm in Severn, Saturday, they have a taper candle centerpiece with evergreens workshop, and on Tuesday, they're making a wintry white pedestal arrangement. And also check out their North Pole Lights Walk, through garden flowers and Arctic animals, to the North Pole Palace, and visit Santa in the garden cabin, running through December 30th. At Local by Design, tomorrow check out Sip and Shop. Celebrate the magic of the season while enjoying a glass of wine, and shop their beautiful artisanal creations. At Art Farm in Annapolis, registration is open for their Kids Art winter and spring classes, with programs like Kids Art School, beat making, cartooning, digital illustration, fashion design illustration, zodiac art, experimental art, found poetry, and short story writing. But in the meantime, check out their sketch night with a live model tonight. Not a drawing class, but just a fun social sketch night. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today, Discovery's Library at the Mall has a Lego Build and Create monthly challenge. Then there's an online session with virtual holiday mocktails. Tomorrow, Discovery's has a pre-K art party. Saturday, Odenton has Build and Play with Lego. And Bush Annapolis has Flicks with Sticks. Knitting and crocheting while watching It's a Wonderful Life. On Monday, Edgewater Library has cookie decorating fun. Decorating a sugar cookie to take home. They supply everything you need, but registration is required. And then Deal has Learn to Make Cookie Mix in a Jar. On Tuesday, Broadneck has the Broadneck Needle Crafters. And then Wednesday, Bush Annapolis has Makerspace open hours. Glen Burnie has Lego STEM Club. Rivera Beach has Craft and Chat. And the Eastport Annapolis Neck Library has their Mad Hatters Knitting Club. Then over at Unallocated Space in Severn, tonight is their virtual happy hour. Tomorrow is another hybrid, virtual, and in-person DC 443 Hack the Box working group, honing cybersecurity skills. Monday is a project night. Tuesday, their electronics fundamental class continues. And Wednesday is their open house. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. Whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, President of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.